Hey there, Zonfire here, and welcome to Slay the Spire. Now, I'm sorry I haven't been uploading recently. I've been sick. You may still be able to hear it in my voice. But since I'm feeling a little bit better, I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and record something. Now, a little bit ago, well, before I got sick, I tried to record this, and I did a run of the Ironclad, and for some odd reason, the video never saves, so I wasn't able to edit it and upload it. So I do have the title unlocked, but I am going to go ahead and do a playthrough of the Ironclad to be able to show you guys what he's all about. So he starts with 80 HP, 99 gold, which 99 gold is standard, and he has the relic Burning Blood, which at the end of each combat you'll heal 6 HP. So if you can take 6 or less HP, you'll stay at full health at the beginning of each combat. So we're going to go ahead and go. Now, this gentleman is Meow. He gives you a boon whenever you die. Now, normally, you wouldn't have that on the first run. But since I have played this once before, I'm going to go ahead and be able to select the boon. For this one, I think... Let's take a look at the map real fast. I can get to a pretty early shop, which is... These shops are the highlighted icon there. But I could also go to that higher up one and have a chance to earn a little bit more gold before then. So for now, what I'm going to go ahead and select... Oh goodness. And this game does not want to record. I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and select upgrade a card. And you can see the cards, at least this is our starter deck. 5 strikes, 4 defends, and 1 bash. That's what you'll always have as the Ironclad right off. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do, because the strikes are pretty basic, the defends are pretty basic, I'm going to upgrade the bash. What bash does is it naturally deals 8 damage and it applies 2 vulnerable, but when you upgrade it, it deals 10 damage and applies 3 vulnerable. 3 vulnerable will give me 3 turns of dealing 50% more damage from my attacks. So we're going to go ahead and do that and leave. Now the route I'm thinking of taking is starting here in the middle, going up to that mystery sign, stop by the shop, then at that mystery sign taking left, and you'll see more of this in just a minute. But I'm going to try to avoid the elites, the enemies, the skulls with the horns as much as possible right now, because I am still fairly new to this game. I've seen it played a lot, but still. Now, this is a deck building RPG game. In the bottom left corner, that orange ball is how much energy you have. So I have 3 energy out of 3 energy. And in the top left of each card, you can see that it has an energy cost. So you can only play 3 cards with 3 energy. Well, some of them take more, like you may have saw the bash was at 2 energy. And if I hit X on it and target an enemy, it'll cast the spell. He is intending to use a buff on himself, so he's not attacking me this turn, so there's no point in using a defend. So I'm just going to hit triangle and end my turn. Now this turn I'm going to go ahead and bash him, and that'll give me 3 turns of that vulnerable that I was talking about. But then I'm going to go ahead and defend and block 5 out of the 6 damage he's going to deal. And again, I'm going to bash him, which will keep him vulnerable, and block as much of the damage as I can. Because right now, as it is, I've took less than 6 damage, so I end up fully healed. Now, both of these are really nice to do, but I'm going to go ahead and get Thunderclap to be able to do some area of effect stuff, because that does get pretty important down the line. Ooh, shot. This is nice. Now, there's not really anything that I'm going to buy, so I'm just going to go ahead and remove a strike. Now, you may wonder why I'm going to go ahead and remove a card from the deck. The smaller the deck, the more consistent the deck. Now, you can just gather all the cards and make it, and make a really big deck, but I prefer to try to build a small deck as much as I can. Now, bash. So now I've put 4 turns of vulnerable, so I'm not going to have to worry about vulnerable very much anymore. And if I can, it'll be okay. So bash, and then a strike will finish it. Now, I really like this Flame Barrier card. You gain 12 block, and whenever you're attacked this turn, it deals damage back. Okay, so we got an event. I can either heal 20 HP, which I don't need to. I can pay 50 gold to remove another card from the deck, which is a good deal on the price. Or I can just leave. Well, since I'm trying to bring down the deck size as much as possible, I'm going to go ahead and remove, this time I'm going to remove a block since I got another blocking card. And I apologize if this sounds awful because of my voice. But, okay. So we're going to go ahead and do Flame Barrier. Actually, no, we'll just do a block, a Thunderclap, and a strike to finish him. So I didn't really need a block. It happens. So what I'm going to do is use this Strength Potion I got. Strength Potion gives you 2 strength, which increases the amount of damage you're dealing, which puts me back up to my normal level of damage. And I'm just going to go ahead and full out attack him. And we're going to bash for a finish. I'm going to go ahead and put an Anger. Anger puts another copy of it inside the deck, which can end up pretty nice if you have especially if you upgrade it pretty fast. Well, we are completely out of money. Inflame would have been nice to put in this deck, how we're building it. Oh well. So I can give up Anger or the Block Potion. I'm going to go ahead and give up Anger because the Block Potion can probably save me in a situation where the Anger is kind of impulsively got it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and upgrade Thunderclap because that makes it to where it deals 7 damage to each enemy, which is as much as a strike will do, as well as applying the vulnerable. Next, I'll probably do that Flame Barrier. If I try to go this path, well, I can still avoid the elites that way. Oh wait, no, that's the path I'm going to have to take to avoid the elites. Okay, I'm going to take a left here, and then I'm going to go straight to hit these mystery signs, because those events can be pretty nice. Okay, we're upgrading 2 random attacks. All that's in the deck right now that hasn't been upgraded attacks are strikes. Okay, the mystery sign was a combat. So we'll go ahead and play we'll go ahead and use our defense potion, and we'll do a full out attack on the bad guy, because he can apply the weakness, which is really unfortunate. So we'll go ahead thunderclap. And we'll do the flame barrier. That way, I'm not going to take any damage. And he'll still take a little bit of damage that way. Okay, so thunderclap. Take him out. That will go ahead and defend, so I'll only take 5 damage. Which will then turn around and let me... not quite enough. We'll go ahead block again. This way we only take 3 and we'll still be roughly... We'll still have a couple damage. It'll be fine. Okay, Headbutt I really like because it deals damage and then it puts a card from your discard pile on top of your deck. That lets you control what you draw a lot better, which again will let you focus on what you need to. But first I'm going to go ahead Flame Barrier, and then I'll Headbutt the guy because he weakens you. Wait, where did I get energy from? Oh yeah, I got the lantern, which starts each combat with an extra energy, which is real nice. So, yeah, the beginning. Oh, I wonder if I didn't take advantage of that last time. Oh, that wouldn't be great. Okay, but now we're going to go ahead and thunderclap, which will apply a vulnerable on. It'll deal damage to both, and it'll apply some vulnerability, which will be wear off at the end of their turns. Okay, again, we'll go ahead block to make sure we don't take any damage. Don't have enough energy. So gonna go ahead and do that. Flame barrier. So you can see I'm kind of taking it very carefully, but that's going to keep me in good shape for as we head on. Shockwave's nice, but it's kind of expensive. But it's 3 weakness, 3 vulnerable, so they deal less damage, 25% less damage with the weak, and the take 50% more damage with the vulnerable. But that would take a lot of my energy each turn, and I already have a couple pretty high cost cards, so I think I'm going to pass on it. Thievery. So what this guy's going to do is he's going to attack me for 10 each turn, and then he's going to run. So I'm going to go ahead and put up a block to make sure I don't take any damage, but he's still going to take 15 of my gold each turn, and if he gets away, then he's going to take all the gold that he needs to accumulate. But I easily took care of that with the okay, I'm going to go ahead and take a flex. On a turn that I can do a full out attack, that flex would be nice. Since I don't have any damage, I'll go ahead and Smith. Smith is upgrading a card in your deck. Rest is 30% of your max HP, so 24 health. When you're at full health, there's no reason not to upgrade. So we'll go ahead and upgrade the flame barrier because we've been using that quite a bit. And we'll go to this mystery square, which is a shop again. I do really like ghostly armor, but I do not have enough for that. So I think I'm gonna pass on what they have and just go back here. And we will upgrade another card, and this time I think we will do the flex. Because again, it'll be really nice for the turn. Now we got the Hexaghost, or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. So, it's unknown. It's just not attacking me. So we'll go ahead, flex, strike, strike. And let's drink this. Oh, that's a shame. I should have did that first. So, I know it all wore off, but may as well use it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, use this regen potion, because we're going to need it. Because he's dealing 42 damage to us. And we can block a total of 10 of it if we block. So I'm going to go ahead, use one block, and bash. Because we can get that vulnerable on it pretty early. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead, defend, thunderclap, and headbutt, put the thunderclap back onto the top of the deck. Oh, now he's adding bad effects to our deck, which is not what we like to see. So we're going to defend, thunderclap, and strike. We're just trying to keep this vulnerability constantly going. So we're going to flex, strike, defend to block a little bit of damage, headbutt, and we'll put that flex back on top of the deck. We want to keep on dealing as much damage as possible, because whenever all those green flames, whenever he has 6 green flames, he's going to do another really big attack. Yeah, I didn't have quite enough to get through his guard without using multiple attacks. Okay. So we're going to flex, bash, headbutt, put bash back on top to keep that going. He's about to do 24 damage. I actually can survive that, so I think I'm going to go... Wait. I'm going to take 2 damage, so I need to block at least once. I am glad I noticed that, otherwise I would have died there. A bunch of burns. Okay. So we'll go back with the strength. He's got a lot of vulnerability. That is a shame because I cannot get lethal. Well, with any luck... Okay, I think we have this. Okay, so we survived with 1 HP. Gambler's Brew lets me discard any number of cards and draw that many, so that's interesting. Ooh, that is kind of tempting. Barricade means block isn't removed at the start of my turn. So if I can build up a lot of block, that would be nice, but I'm not really building a block deck. Like I have 4 block cards in my deck out of 12, so. I mean, I could make it refocus on that by using a lot of flame barriers, so actually I think I'll go ahead and take it. Okay, while energy is nice, I don't want to be gaining curses from each non-boss chest, so I'm going to try and risk the grab a couple cards and transform them. So we'll go ahead and do the non-upgraded strikes and a defend. So what did we get? metallicize, which will give us each block each turn, which is nice. Doubling your attacks or power cards, which would be nice to double up on the metallicize. And Warcry, draw 2 cards and put a card on top of the deck. Again, that lets you kind of control what you're going to be playing. So all 3 of those go well with the type of deck that I'm about to modify to get. Now we got a little bit of gold, so we can go up here. Okay, so I think I'm going to go up here and go on the left side to try to avoid elites, because this deck is still tentatively, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and barricade. Then I'm gonna Warcry. And I will go ahead and put metallicize back on top of the deck. And then I'm going to defend for a little bit. So I'm taking a lot of damage this turn, but I do have my setup well going. Okay, so now I have blocked for everything, and they're taking a bit of damage on that. They may end up taking most of my money. Now, since I've already... So we're going to go ahead. Boom. Boom. Let's see if I can get something a little bit better. We're finishing it off. Yep. Okay, so I'm not going to lose any money to him, but I still have to deal 25 damage to the next guy next turn. Well, 31 damage now. I mean, it doesn't really matter which I pick. Because he is going to get away. So I'm going to lose a bit of gold this combat. But I did manage to recover the gold from the first one, and I got a little bit back from it. We're going to go ahead and get shredded it off, because that gives you a draw on top of a little bit of block, which is nice. So, if we had enough, I would go for the double tap, but we do not. So, what we're going to go ahead and do is remove another card. I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Bash because of it. No, I like that vulnerable too much. I'll get rid of a basic strike. You don't have to get rid of cards, but like I said, I'm trying to make a very thin deck. Okay. I'm going to Warcry, and I'm going to put Dual Bolt on top, and we'll see. I'm going to Flex, and Thunderclap. Just to be I should have blocked, but too late to think about. Okay, so we're going to Dual Wield. We're going to make copies of Duplicate, or the Metallicize. Now, I'm going to be gaining 8 defense a turn, which is pretty nice. Now we'll do Flame Barrier. Stretch it off. And now we're starting to gain block, which will make it to where the enemy will have a lot more trouble getting through. And we'll metastasize again because why not? We'll flex. Deal well with the thunderclaps. Oh, dang it. Okay. So you can see I'm just going to keep on just boosting up. So now what I'm looking for cards will be entrenches or body slams. Both of those complement this style of deck quite a bit. There's. So now we're gonna, if I can get another headbutt too, that would be nice. So you can see I'm slowly taking down his plated armor. What plated armor does is pretty much what my metallicize does. Is it'll add a certain number of block each turn. And in this case, it's going to add. Yeah, it started at 14, but I've managed to take it down to 10. Now, once you've dealt damage to it, it breaks a plated steel. Metallicize keeps on going, so that's why metallicize is a little bit better. So you can see I'm slowly working on him. And there he goes. Okay, so we're gonna keep on going. Didn't want anything in there. We'll go with the Shrug It Off. We'll flex. Thunderclap. And we'll bash. So he's almost dead. Now we'll go ahead, barricade, take a bit of damage this turn. But you saw how it worked out in the last battle, so we will continue to do something like that. Excuse me. And why not flex? Because we can. Flex on them. We're going to go ahead and deal with those headbutts. Get the flame barrier. And the headbutt, so we can just keep on cycling through that. So, flame barrier, headbutt, but flame barrier back on top. We're having a little bit of trouble keeping up with his damage, but we'll try to build up a bit of block for a minute. Okay, he's doing 20. And that's game over. so we didn't do fantastic, but hey. Oh wait, I just realized we may not have those cards. I've watched a lot of people play this, so I know cards that are really good for decks. Okay, so this adds Heavy Blade, which you get a lot more strength out of it. Double your strength or spot weakness, so that's interesting builds that you can do. Now, I'm going to go ahead and call this an episode here. But I'm going to go ahead and try to record a little bit more after this. So I may do another run as the Silent, which is the class that you unlock after you beat you play your first playthrough. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. And again, I'm sorry about the voice and the lack of uploads. I'm trying to get better. I also am supposed to be getting a capture card in later today, if not any time now. So that means I'd be able to upload more stuff than just my PlayStation 4 stuff. For example, I got a Switch and a Wii U and other stuff, older consoles as well. So that'll be fun. But I hope y'all liked the video today. If you liked it, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment on what you want to see me play, because I got stuff like Nintendo 64. I wish I had a way to upload my 3DS stuff, but this will make things a lot more interesting. But have a great day. Bye.